We'll call the May 17th, 2021 Village of Cache Creek Council meeting to order. And for its order of business is Councillor Defoe is not here this evening in attendance, and we're wishing Bethany a speedy recovery from her major surgery. The recommendation, the minutes of the regular council meeting held on May 3rd, 2021 be adopted as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
I just have one very, very minor thing on page 5. Emergency Management Select Committee, that should be Councillor Defoe, not myself.
Which one?
Number
I.
I.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, minor.
Thank you. Item B, that the minutes of the special council meeting held on May 7th.
We didn't vote on that.
We didn't vote on
Oh,
that.
I'm sorry. All in favor? Thank you. That the minutes of the special council meeting held on May 7th, 2021 be adopted as presented.
I'll move.
Second. Discussion.
I made a request to have my paper added to the minutes, the report that I read.
Your statement?
Yeah,
That we don't put statements in our minutes?
no, that's
Thank you.
part of what, when the people go to the website and they look at the minutes of the meeting, that should be included.
No. Sorry, that's not how it works. We voted, we dealt with that a long time ago, and you were part of those meetings. So otherwise, our minutes would be
Well, they have to be
100
detailed.
pages long.
They have to be detailed so the people understand and they're aware of what our discussions are.
Is there any
And that was
further?
part of the discussion.
You're welcome to circulate your statement.
Okay.
Anything further? All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Business arising from the minutes. Hearing none. Committee reports. Economic Development, Councillor Peters and Councillor Coover.
I have nothing.
I have nothing.
Budget and Administrative Services, Councillor Peters and Councillor Coover.
I move that we receive and file a request from Landmark Maps.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Carried. Opposed?
What?
Is
No,
carried.
I
Oh, sorry.
forgot to put my hand up on that.
Okay.
It's okay.
Carried unanimously.
doing
I
something.
1, 2, and it's that it be received and filed.
No, I do have a question though, sorry about that. So we don't want to go for any ad in,
I don't think
that
at this
paper?
particular time, I think the focus is for all of the tourist associations, the focus is the Okanagan anyway.
Okay,
So I don't see a benefit for us.
okay.
We would benefit from it, advertising strategy, rather than just deal with these things as they come.
Yeah.
Okay.
Policy and bylaw review, myself and Councillor Peters. Nothing for me.
The job posting for the bylaw enforcement officers gone out. I have a copy here if anybody wants to see it. The Village of Ashcroft is actually facilitating it, and then we'll meet to look at the applications once they're in. The bylaw notification adjudication bylaws has been sent to legal counsel for review, and then once we get that back, then it will come to the councils. We will have to, each municipality will have to adopt their own bylaw and have the schedule for offenses attached, which will be a job we have to take care of, is making sure that we know what bylaws we want included and that they're up to date. So once we have a CAO, I think that needs to be a priority.
We may have to develop a few new ones as well.
Yeah. So that's a big job actually for us internally is to, each community will include what they want enforced in their agreement or in their bylaw. So that's the next steps, and there hasn't been another meeting scheduled. There should be one coming up shortly. I think we're waiting to hear back from legal counsel on the draft.
I have a question. When I read the advertisement for the bylaw officer, that they will be included in the union,
Yes,
I thought that was going to be a contract position. So
it is,
that
but
it was
but
a
they will fall under the Village of Ashcroft's union.
Village of Ashcroft.
Any further? Thank you. Public Works and Community Facilities, myself and Councillor Defoe. She isn't here, so the recommendation the council approve the placing of the Destination BC signage on the Visitor Information Center.
So
Uh,
moved.
So moved. Thanks. Second. And discussion. Thank you.
Just, I would like to see Kat thanked for her hard work on this. When the chamber had the info center, the criteria to have this designation is quite extensive. And so she's done a lot of hard work to have this happen for us. And it's actually going to benefit us greatly.
I'll move that the village center a letter of congratulations and thank you.
Second.
Let's vote on the original one first.
Oops. Too many going.
All in favor of the original motion? Carried unanimously, and then we'll entertain the second motion.
Councillor Peters distracted me.
Sorry.
It's okay. The motion was to send a congratulatory letter
And
to
thanks.
And
Yeah.
a thank you.
Kathleen Shepherd of Attack Cat Consulting and Planning. And we had a seconder?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that was the second.
And is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? It's carried unanimously. Village Services and Liaison, Councillor Defoe and Councillor Cooper.
I have no reports. I have a Hat Creek Ranch meeting coming up this week and I think that's about it.
Thank you. Protective Services, myself and Councillor Cooper. One item on the response to the vehicle fire on Friday or Saturday morning by our fire department, 2:47 a.m. And I'd like to 2 points. I think Adam Newman, our newest member, was there and did a fabulous job supporting our fire department and his first fire. And secondly, we have a 16-year-old junior member, Ivan Cooper, that we would like to extend a thank you for being a volunteer in our fire department. He's not able to attend fires, but he's able to train with the fire department, and we thank him for his volunteer efforts. The SCBAs, the new SCBAs, were very much lived up to the expectations of our fire department, and were used extensively that night for that fire. Also, the fire department's taken upon themselves to start up their own Facebook page, and it's at Cache Creek Fire, lowercase. And Tom and the crew is posting pictures and keeping the community informed of the happenings in the fire department, their membership, etc., etc., etc. And I think that's a great item for a fire department to have as far as getting their message across to the public. And it was, I believe they posted their first pictures, etc., from the fire on Saturday night. So good for them.
Yep.
And anything further under protective services?
I have nothing.
Thank you. Under Governmental Relations, myself and Councillor Cooper. Just a Thompson-Nicola Regional District update. Just a couple hospital board issues. not issues, but notifications, as well as our solid waste management committee findings and things that we discussed. Both of them just happened in the last week to 2 weeks. So the Eco Depot is, the archaeological inspection was approved April 21st, 21. Field work to commence May 10th of this year, and construction tentatively starting mid-May to the end of May.
Nice.
Nice.
Cache Creek Eco Depot will accept 90% of labeled household hazardous waste, and a year-round hazardous waste disposal facility will be located in Kamloops at some point this year. The regional district is looking at, in conjunction with Waste Tech Belcourt, to look at accepting contaminated soils, as they're exploring that possibility, as well as taking on the disposal of arbitrage, if I pronounce that correctly, waste, which would encompass processing cattle, etc., for human consumption. And those discussions are ongoing with TNRD and the ministry and Belcourt. As far as the regional, go ahead, Councillor Kerr.
So is animal waste now considered municipal waste, or is this outside of that?
This is outside of that. And that's why they're discussing the possibilities of what the ramifications of accepting that up at the Campbell Hill landfill may mean.
That came up a few years ago as well.
Yeah. So they're exploring that again. And I imagine that you and I will be privy to that information at our next meeting. And the hospital district, the nurse call station in Ashcroft was approved, and that's been on the books for about a year, so hopefully that happens quickly. And that's it for the regional district end of things. Any questions? Okay. Landfill Advisory Committee?
No
Nothing.
report for me.
Yeah, nothing. Emergency Management Committee? Councillor Defoe, Councillor Peters.
Move to receive and file the May 1st Snowpack Report.
Second.
Discussion?
No snow left, but lots of rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, and a small report just from kind of a recap of Frechette this year was quite different than last year. So our snowpack is depleted, but so our only real risk right now is a heavy rainfall event. Last year that was a little more scary because all of the water tables were saturated. This year there is room, and so hopefully that will serve us well if we do have a rain event. We only had 6 purchase orders issued in comparison to over 70 last year, and all of the costs should be covered. And at this point, we have no recovery costs, but we don't know that we're out of the woods yet. So the only thing we needed was sand for the Haskel bins in the residence, an excavator and lighting at the Quartz Road culvert for debris, a security company who did safety checks with our operator working alone, and we had a large tree wedged under the sewer line at the north end of by the bridge that had to be removed, and a little bit of staff overtime. The AOC was not activated, as most issues were handled by staff in direct communication with the MBC and Pre-Alc and Kamloops.
I'll just remind everyone again that last year our second and I think it was our highest peak was May 21st.
Yeah, but there was still snow then. There's no snow left now. So
That was partial snow, partial rain.
Yeah. No, well taken. Mother Nature is unpredictable.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we have to be so vigilant and proactive. So thank you for that. the Haskel bins have worked out really well for us.
Yeah.
So, a big improvement.
And last year was the learning year. This year, the staff did a really good job on them. They had them up quite quickly. So,
Yeah.
and thanks to Gary Winslow, who provided us with a photo that he climbed the mountain and took. So we had a map of how they were laid out last year. So, and that's what they used to lay them out this year. So thanks to Gary for that.
Unfortunately, we're getting really good
Yeah.
at dealing with
Disasters.
disasters and issues. Thank you. Fire Smart BC. Get Council receive and file this Fire Smart BC Wildfire Urban Interface Case Study Project.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Unanimous.
Was the previous one?
Did we finish? Yeah. Did we vote on that? I don't
No,
think we
The
did.
receive and file?
We didn't have a motion.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah,
I
we
moved
did
it.
have a
The
motion.
motion
Oh,
was-
pardon me. A motion, going back a step then to the Snowpack Report, receive and file. Did we have a,
There was a motion on the floor.
and the,
Yeah.
and the seconder?
Yep.
Any further discussion? All in favor? That's carried unanimously.
I just keep distracting everybody today.
Yeah, that's okay. And we've done item 2, information correspondence. Council receive and file information regarding the CRIP program.
So moved.
Second, discussion. All in favor? Carried. Municipal Affairs Status Amendment Act 2021. The council receive and file the update from the Ministry of Municipal Affairs.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor? Carried unanimously. New business? Questions from the public?
I have no question.
Questions from the press?
I have no question.
Motion move into closed.
So moved.
Second,
6:17.
all in favor?